What's going on, YouTube? Austin here with another vlog. So it's earlier than normal, but the reason why I'm uploading a video this early, it's about 11 o'clock in the morning, is because I wanted to share my jury duty experience. I had one this morning. I'm not going to go far in too much detail about what the case was about, but that's personal and I can't go too far into that anyway. So as you already know, in the United States, everyone gets called to jury duty. It's a civic duty. It's a huge right that Americans have. I believe that it was adopted by the British during the 18th century, the 1700s, and it was a big deal getting that right done or set in stone. And it's just one of the many freedoms and rights that we have as Americans. So anyway, so basically what happens is that when you're 18 and you have a driver's license, state ID, register to vote, however, as long as the state, county, or city knows who you are, then you're going to get called no matter what. So, if you have any physical or mental disabilities that will prohibit you from serving as a juror, you need to say that, and they'll let you know 2 weeks in advance. So they'll send you something in the mail saying, "Hey, you've been called for jury duty. So when it is, you need to be here by this time. If you need to request work off, please do. If you need to know, we'll send you one. Yada yada. Anyway, if you can't make it, then you need to contact work or the courthouse. Say, hey, this is what's going on. If you're on vacation, yeah. So anyway." So if that's not a problem, you'll go to the courthouse, whatever it is. In my case, it was the municipal court, the small claims court, and mine was only a one-day trial. So I got there at 8:30 this morning, and about a half hour, 45 minutes later, the bailiff came in and said, "Hey, I'm the bailiff. Here's what's going to be going on. There's coffee and water over here. If you need to use the restroom, you can. It's over here. Just be here in 5-10 minutes, so we'll get started." And then the judge will come out and he'll explain everything and pretty much just recap what the bailiff said. And then after that, the trial will start. And then usually with the municipal court, it really depends on the jury. Usually it's well, actually, he called 14 people up. I wasn't one of them, but he only needed 9 people to be selected. He only selected 9 people. I wasn't one of the 14 that was called, and obviously I wasn't one of the 9 that was selected to be a juror. So, yeah. And if you're not one of the selected, if they don't need you, they'll excuse you. And it's not a big deal. It's not a reason why. If you didn't say you're biased or prejudiced, or if it's against your beliefs or your views to pass judgment on somebody, yeah, then that's not the case. Then it'll be excused. There's really no reason that you're excused. It's just that only certain people get selected, and it's nothing personal. It's nothing wrong. But if you're not selected as a juror, you have a 1-year term to be a juror, and then if you're one of the juror on the trial, then you're good for that year. You don't need to come back in. But if you're not one of those jurors, you might need to go back for another juror duty. So, yeah. As long as they select names in the county or in the state, and they have this huge poll, and they just pull names out of it, and then within that 1 year, it might get called once, twice, 3, 4 times, whatever happens. So yeah, if you get called, it's not a big deal. If you don't get called, it's not a big deal. I want to skip it. If you knowingly skip it, your jury duty, you'll get something in the mail saying, "Hey, you failed to appear for jury duty." Then you could just say "Hey, I didn't get the notice. I didn't," or just explain yourself. But if this becomes a problem, habitual problem, then there'll be an arrest or a warrant for your arrest, and you'll get a contempt of court. And what I believe the penalty is in Ohio, I'm not for sure, but I believe that it might be a $100 fine and or 3 days in jail. Yeah, so if you don't have a legitimate alibi for missing jury duty, then yeah, 3 days in jail plus a $100 fine, well, and or. Yeah, that's not something you want to do. Yeah, so just go to jury duty. It's really not that big of a deal, especially if it's a municipal court. You're probably going to be there for one day, okay? That's not. And yeah, you get compensated. You'll get paid to be a juror. Uh, there's no set amount really. Um, Everywhere is different. City, state, county, country, whatever it is. There's nothing. There's no set amount that you'll get compensated for your time. So, but in my case, I'll tell you, I got $15 just to show up for like an hour and a half. Yeah, so $15 just to sit there and show up. So, I mean, it's gas money. So yeah. So anyway, just wanted to share my little experience. It's really nothing special. I mean, it is really, but I just figured I'd share my experience of somebody, who gets called for the first time like I did. He doesn't really know what to expect or what to do. Uh, yeah, you don't really have anything to worry about. Just show up on time, and if you get called to be seated, then no big deal. If it's against your beliefs, just say, hey, I don't know. There's a list of things that you need to look through in order to, if you're biased or prejudiced, whatever. There's ways of getting out, but if that's the case, then that's on you. But or that's your beliefs. But yeah, there's really nothing to be worried about. You just sit there and you wait it out. So yeah. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you could leave it in the comment section, or you could look it up online. But I'm more than glad to help you answer your questions, etc. So anyway, that's gonna be it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Later.